there after 60 years, and they wanted to sell the premises, and there was only 2 of us to move it. And it took us 12 months to move all the stock from there down to here. And that's my brother and myself. And, that was the position as far as it goes. And also, he died about 10 years ago, and that left me on my own. And he was the greatest loss I ever suffered, because he did the bookkeeping and the stock taking and the canvas work and leather work, and had a good general knowledge. We like knife and fork. There's a photo of Hudsons Stores in Burke Street. That was in one of the papers. That's my father there. He was 91 when he died. And he was going to work until the last week when he died. And that's the Hudsons Stores in Burke Street again. Home of the old Hendy plough. We had that plough in our possession many years ago. It was turned the first sod of earth in Victoria. And that's a painting of it up on the wall there. And the original plough we sent back to Portland. We gave it to the people of Portland in 1972. Oh, look, there's only one tea in Australia, Edwards Ensign tea. And AUST, there's only one tea in Australia, isn't there? That's how it was done up. That used to be up in King Street, up beyond our place in King Street. We were in King Street in 1920. We started in business in 1920 in King Street, and we moved to Hudsons Stores to move to the other shop in 1932 in Burke Street. We were there for 60 odd years. These boxes, they're full of stuff, and I don't know what's in them, because they've been there for 10 years. And I can't, if I pull them out, put them on the floor, you've got to walk all over them. So I leave them where they are. Not much I can do about it. There's enough stuff around the place as it is. All these boxes there, I don't know what's in all of them. Some don't know what's in them, but that box might have been down that way in the other shop, and that might have been up the other way. So what can you do? There's only one of us. If my brother had been on the job, we'd do what I didn't know, he'd know. And he'd say, oh, I'd say, where's so-and-so, Jack? He'd say, it's down there in the 3rd rack on the right-hand side, just above your head, next to so-and-so. And there it'd be. And if he didn't know, I'd know. That's a collar maker's mallet there. Now, we used to make we had 4 collar makers working for us one time, making horse collars, and 4 saddlers working for us. My father was a collar maker, so was my grandfather were collar makers too. And that's one of the toughest woods known, that's lignum vitae. And it's sinking water. It's the only one I've ever seen. They're all shaft cutter blades, about 30 different types of shaft cutter blades. They're all, well, boxes of tools and different things. I don't know what's in them. There's Army and Navy clothing. That's one of the best lines we ever had, was the Army and Navy clothing. We don't sell it down here much. There's more boxes of stuff there. That hasn't been opened for the last 10 years. And all the stuff was brought down here, was brought down with muscle power. No forklifts or front-end loaders or tip trucks. Just, well, everything you see here has been handled at least 4 times. Out of the racks into boxes, and out of the boxes into the racks again. And this is the results of it. We'd have 1,000 customers come in the shop in town against one that comes down here. We've got 1,000 chances better of selling stuff. This is all dead stock, you might say. Stock that no one else wants to handle because it's too slow selling. You had to put pipes up in the rafters and build a stage on top of those racks, empty those racks out again with all the bolts and nuts and things and screws and that, and put them back again. They're all bolts and nuts under there. It's all heavy lifting. It's all takes 2 men to lift them sometimes. They're all rivets. They're hard to get, but no one else stocks them because they're not fast selling enough. That's right for the man that needs them. Not many people need them. Electric welding, all that overcame the problem with rivets. It's L-shaped. It comes from the front part of the shop there in Hyatt Street and goes down to Church Street, L-shaped, along there and along this way. Well, you can say that all this is junk. Well, everything's junk until you need it. Once you need it, it ceases to be junk. It's a useful article then. Even a piece of wire. You take a bit of wire, for say, for instance, if you've got it on a car and you've got exhaust pipes hang off, you wire it up with a bit of wire. And it's a useful article then. Until then, it's only a bit of junk wire. The same with all these things. Until you need them, it's all junk. They're flamethrowers. It's part of a flamethrower for a Rega's flame burner, flamethrower, for killing weeds and that. That was part of it. Those on their back too, but they had a kerosene in them or something. Diesel or kerosene to burn. All that stuff in that dark room, there's no lights on in that room, you can't see too well. My brother put all that canvas in there. My brother put all the canvas in there, and he understands the canvas, but I don't understand it. And it's still there, and we haven't done anything with it. But there's, well, that's all you can do. There's all Vanguard's wheels there, and some Ford wheels, international wheels over there. That was the stretchers we used to make. We used to make it for the army. We sold thousands of those to the army. That's 70 employees standing on this canvas and wooden canvas stretcher. When the war finished, they didn't want any more of them, and the contract finished. And so we've just got all the frames partly up there, and also the canvases for them. But they're not selling.